seeds. We have to write from seeds. So seeds, as I told you, that seeds, what are seeds actually? Seeds are the part of the fruits. So if I take a seed and sow it into the soil, what will happen? It gives rise to a new plant. So seeds, they are the parts of the plant that grow into new plants. Definitely this only happens. The seeds which we are being eaten, example, wheat, rice, groundnut, peas, etc. Understood? Done? Shall I delete it now? So we have seen all the parts, that is your roots, then stem, then leaves, then your flowers, then is your seeds, fruits. Okay, all these we have seen. I'm deleting now. Okay, now first, please stop writing and understand the next topic which we are doing is now plants and okay. Now shoots, coming to the root system. Now the root system or the roots are divided into again two types. One is known as tap roots and the other one is known as fibrous roots. Okay, one is the tap roots, the other one is fibrous roots. Now please understand what is the difference between the two. See, what happens in tap roots, there is a main swollen root in the middle. Okay, this is the swollen root, like this is the level of the soil. Okay, the root, the main root is thick. Okay, this is known as a tap root. And some fiber-like roots, they come out from this main root. This is known as lateral roots. Okay, the center one, thick one is known as the main root. And the fiber-like roots, the fibers which come out from the main root are known as lateral roots. This is the structure of tap roots. And anyone give me the example of tap roots which we eat? Anyone knows the tap roots which we eat? Yes, Medansh?
Carrot, radish, beetroot.
Yes. Carrot, radish, beetroot. These are the examples of the tap roots. So tap root, it consists of main thick root in the center and the lateral roots come out.
Good evening, ma'am.
fiber-like roots come out from the main root, that is the lateral root. Coming now to fibrous roots. Fibrous roots. So these fibrous roots are this is the soil and the fiber-like this is this level of the soil and the fiber-like roots, they come out from this under the soil. This is spread under the soil. The thread-like or fiber-like roots, they spread under the soil. Examples of the fibrous roots are like your grass, coconut. Clear? Again, I'm repeating, we are done that plants are divided into two, root system and shoot system. The root system is divided, means the roots are divided into two categories. One is tap roots, the other one is fibrous roots. What is the structure of both? Tap roots, it contains a main thick root, okay, and from that some thread-like roots come out. So the main thick root is known as the main root and the side roots are known as the lateral roots. Coming to fibrous roots. Fibrous roots, they are fiber-like roots which are spreading under the soil. Is that clear? Done? Shall I delete now? Okay, Mida. Okay. Now we come to that the plant modification. The new topic which we are now doing is plant modification. Now please understand, then you write. Okay, see, what do you mean by plant modification? First of all, you should know the meaning of that. See, what happens in order to that plant can adapt to its surrounding, okay, or it can adjust to its habitat. So what happens? Plant develops certain new features, okay. It has certain new features with which they can adapt to the environment. This is known as plant modification. For example, I say that in cactus plant, I think all of you have seen cactus plant. Yes, where they grow? Cactus plant. Anyone knows where they grow? In which area the cactus plants are found?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nesha?
Sorry, I am desert.
Pardon? Ayansh, have I taken your name? Ayansh, I have not taken your name. I have taken Nisha's name. Yes, Nisha? Deserts, yes. So the cactus plants are found in deserts. So what happens in cactus plants? Like we see the leaves. The leaves are very broad, isn't it? But in cactus plant, the leaves are not broad. Leaves are very thin, like spines. Okay, like spines. The leaves are reduced to spines. So it is a type of a modification of the cactus plant. Okay, so plant modifications, we can see that the plant modification means the modifications in the roots, in the leaves, or in the stem, so that the plant can adjust to the environment. Okay. So the main parts of the plant like roots, stem, and leaves are modified to adapt the plant to its environment. This is the meaning of, first of all, plant modification. Now, first of all comes the root modification. So in root modification, see what happens. There are roots which is for the storage of food. First of all, as we have already seen in the tap roots, storage of food, as we have seen in tap roots, that the food is stored in the roots and we are eating it. So storage of food, example, the tap roots. The examples of all tap roots come in the storage of food. Second is mechanical support. Mechanical support. Mechanical support means there are certain roots which give support to the plant. Okay, there are certain roots which give support to the plant. For example, in a banyan tree, what happens in a banyan tree? In a banyan tree, there are two types of roots. See, in banyan root, this is a banyan tree. What happens in a banyan tree? There are two types of roots which give support. One is known as prop roots. The other one is known as aerial roots. Okay, what is the difference, ma'am? Both of these are grown on banyan tree only. But what is the difference? Prop roots, they grow from the vertical branches and they go deep into the soil. And aerial roots, they also grow from the branches, but they hang in the air. There are two types of roots in banyan tree which give support to the banyan tree. One is the prop root, which arises from the branch of the tree and moves deep into the soil. Okay. Second is aerial roots which grow from the branches and they hang in the air. Both these roots, they give support to the plant. So in mechanical support, we can take the example of banyan tree, in which there are two types of roots. One is prop roots and the other one is aerial roots. Okay. There is another type of roots for support. If we take mechanical support, there is other type. One is in mechanical support, stilt roots. Stilt roots. What are these stilt roots? These stilt roots actually grow obliquely. If I draw the stem, this is the soil, these are the nodes. So these roots, they arise from this basal stem, basal nodes like this and grow into the soil to give support to the plant. Example of stilt roots can be in your maize, I repeat again, we are doing root modifications. Root modifications means that normal roots are there, but they are something different from normal roots. That means, first of all, there is storage of food in the roots, that is the tap roots. Secondly, there are some roots which give support to the plant, that is your prop roots, aerial roots, tilt roots. These are all the roots which give support to the plant. Like for example, in banyan tree, we have two types of roots, prop roots and aerial roots. And in stilt roots, these are found in maize. They all give support to the plant. Clear? Understood? Okay. Shall I move forward now? Next, coming to in roots, there is some roots which...
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption, ma'am. Actually, there was a problem in my desktop. That's why I am doing in my laptop.
Okay. There are roots which have modified to do respiration. How come? What happens in some plants as they are living in marshy areas, for example, like your mangrove plants, what happens? These roots, they do not respire in the soil. So what happens? These roots, they come out of the soil for respiration. Respiration is what? Respiration is breathing. Like you are breathing, the plants also have to breathe. Okay. So what happens in the marshy areas where there is a lot of water, the plants roots are not able to respire under the soil, so they come out of the soil for respiration. These are known as pneumatophores. Okay, this type of modification is known as pneumatophores, or we say breathing roots. Next comes stem modification. As we have done root modification, next comes the stem modification. So in stem modification, first of all, again, the stem modified for the storage of food. Can you give me the example of the stems where the food is stored? Anyone knows the example? We have already discussed also the examples. Yes, Ayansh, can you give me the examples of the stems which store the food and we eat it?
Potato.
Potato, yes. Example is potato, garlic, onion. These are all the examples of the stem which are storing the food. There are some stems which can prepare the food also. Can anyone tell me? Just now we have discussed also. There are some stems which can prepare the food, or I can say they can photosynthesize. Like photosynthesis is done by leaves. But in some cases, stems does the photosynthesis. Which plants? Krishna?
Ma'am, such examples of stems are in the plants of cactus and asparagus.
Yes, so examples are desert plants like your cactus. Just now we have discussed, because there the leaves are reduced to spines. So there the stem photosynthesizes or stem prepares the food, as it is green in color. Stem is green in color, it prepares the food. Write down this, it is important part. So we have done root modification also, and we have completed with the stem modification also. Pratyush, are you understanding? Please give a thumbs up. Digital thumbs up. Okay, Krishna. Okay, Midansh. Krishna, you can lower your hand. Yes. Ayansh, are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Ayansh, are you understanding what I am explaining?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any child having any doubt, anything you have not understood till now from the plants chapter? Anything you want to ask? You want me to repeat any topic? No? Shall I move forward now? Okay.